Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Been a while. Trying to get back to it. So this is our first stream in, I believe, a week and a half. First stream in a week and a half. And we're going to try to make it a pretty good one. Try to cover a bunch of stuff that's been going down. Um, we're going to look at some stuff in the community that's been happening over the past week since we've been absent. Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we're doing today. So strap in, everybody. Well, the people that are hopping on now, at least, strap in. What's up, Matthew Ward? Uh, and we're gonna go look at a bunch of stuff that's happening in Star Citizen. All right, so let me hop over to my things that I want to talk about for today. How do I do this? Let me set this up. All right, and then we can pop over here. There we go. All right, so first thing that I wanted to talk about today were the rewards. So these are your rewards for the supply or die. All right, your rewards for supply or die. You got tier 1, a decorative diorama for your hangar environment. Tier 2, Ravager 212 Outcast Twin Shotgun. And then tier 3, you get that Outcast paint pack for the Misfortune, Drake Vulture, and Misk Prospector. All right, so yeah, those are your prizes for doing the missions. And then, of course, these are the missions A, B, and C here, A, B, and C here. You can no longer fight as a frontier folks, frontier fighters. It's either headhunters or citizens for prosperity because of the whole thing have dropped the act and shown their true slicer colors. Now it's on to you to pick a side. So yeah, this is kind of the thing that a lot of people were upset about the whole frontier fighters thing. But one thing about this, and the reason now I'm talking about it is because I've kind of given up on it. I have tried, I tried the last 3 weeks to hop on and get into it, and I wasn't able to get in enough times to where I was like, I'm probably not going to try to rush and do all of this stuff. So I'll have to catch the next event. Also, I'm super busy with work stuff right now. So yeah, the time is just not matching. And I'm also not super hype about these rewards. Like, I get it. These will be some unique things in the future that people can show off, but I'm not really a shotgun user. The decorative diorama is going to be cool, but not something I need. And I don't own a Fortune, don't own a Vulture, and don't own a Prospector. So, like, the rewards aren't really, like, worth the amount of effort it takes me to get into the game every day and do this thing every day. So, yeah, for me, it's a skip, but mostly because I don't have the time. If you've been, following these lives, you know I've been trying to get into the game for like 3 or 4 weeks, trying to make time to get into the game for 3 or 4 weeks. But again, I have a lot of work stuff going on, so it's difficult to get in nowadays. So I'm just gonna be like, I'll catch the next one. Whatever the next event is, I got you. But right now, I got too much other stuff going on. It didn't help that I tried to launch 2 channels while we were. It didn't help that I tried to launch, or I did launch 2 other channels while this whole thing was going on. So, yeah, that's my reasons, and I'm sticking to them. What's up, Blue 4? What's up, Raygun? What's up, Disarray? So yeah, my fight for Pyro is completely stopped. It is completely stopped. No, I get it. I get it, Matthew. I get it. If you want these rewards and you have the time to play right now, I just don't have the time to play right now. I really don't. I really wish I did. What's up, D14 Lone Star? What's up, Ristol? What's up? I just don't have the play. I don't have the time right now. I really wish I did, but I really don't. I really don't. It's literally like I barely have time to play video games at all right now. I have a lot of papers to grade, and then I volunteered to do something over over spring break. So I'm going to be volunteering with students, but I am going to be working on a lot of scripts for videos while I'm away with the students. I'm going to be, especially it's a long trip too, so I'm going to be, working on some scripts for some videos and stuff and coming up with some new ideas. I have a bunch of stuff that I've wanted to do on the channel for a while, so I'll try to get to that stuff when I get back. So, yeah. Shout out to the dual streamers as always. We're going to announce the winners of last month's giveaways at what? When will we do that? It'll be at the beginning of Stella Fortuna. So I still don't know when that's coming. So yeah, that's when we'll do that. All right, let's get to our next thing that I wanted to talk about here. All right, so Alpha 4.1, first look at item recovery. I thought this was actually really interesting. So let's talk through this a little bit. First step, tier 0 implementation. Equipped weapons, this basically all this says, I mean, you can just look at the scenario example. While exploring, you loot a rifle and store it in your backpack. If you die, that rifle will remain on your corpse, available for others to loot or for you to revisit your corpse and retrieve. However, the original rifle that you had equipped to your character, in hand or holstered at the time of death, will be secured and respawn with you. We need this. This is great. I love this because until you actually can claim this stuff on, on insurance or whatever, I need to not have to spend so much time finding like, oh, let me go and find another weapon and let me go. Like, otherwise you're just going to have people running around naked because they're like, I don't care. I just need to get back to my ship. I lost all of my stuff. I'm probably not even going back to get it anyway. So like, whatever. I like this for tier 0. Basically, if you have stuff in your backpack, you'll lose it. If it's stored in any other place except for being equipped, you will lose it. All right, then here's tier 1. All right, tier 1 will introduce the ability to register your gear and ships at kiosk or ASOP terminals. Personal loadout. Players can register their equipped items, which can be reclaimed for a fee at specific kiosks or freight elevators. That will be me, bar none. I'm not going back to the original place that I got it. It takes too long. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll pay whatever fee you got at the kiosk and get my stuff back. Ships and interiors. Ships, along with their loadouts, decorations, and locker contents. Locker contents. That was not mentioned. That was not mentioned at CitizenCon. Locker contents were not mentioned at CitizenCon. So everything that's on your ship, I think that's pretty much everything. I can't think of anything else that's on your ship. Your loadouts, your decorations, your locker contents, your weapons, all those things. They can then be reclaimed in the state they were previously registered at ASOP terminals for a price. So you will have to register at the ASOP terminal. It'll say, what do you have in your ship? All right, boom, this is the stuff that you're going to get back. If you then go out and gain stuff after you registered at the ASOP terminal, you're not going to get that stuff back. Only the stuff you registered the last time you were at an ASOP terminal. So then you have to go to another ASOP terminal and register the next time you're out. So this gives you a reason to go back to places where you can change your ship, do maintenance and all that stuff. It gives you a reason to stop every time you see a rest place. So that way you can register all the stuff that's in your ship. So good stuff there. I love to see that. It gives it a video game reason for you to go there. Looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, it remains usable until the original owner reclaims it or marks it as stolen. At that point, a dead man switch is activated, meaning it will cease to function after a period of time. This is great because it means, yes, you get that item, but we don't want to dupe items by just saying, oh, well, a person stole your item and so now they get to keep it forever. Now, this means you can't use it, but you can still sell the item for credit. So you still get something for the item, all right? Pledge items are auto-registered and will never lose their registration status. So that means if you actually spend money on it or credits, they can always be claimed back, even if they were not manually registered. With Tier 1, you will no longer respawn with your preserved gear already equipped. You will need to visit a location, such as your freight elevator, to reclaim your registered items. We are developing a quality of life feature to allow you to re-equip your previous full loadout with one auto-equip button at this location. That is great. That is great for Tier 1 because now it makes it more like what the game's final thing will be, right? And then Tier 2. Tier 2, what's basically changing for tier 2 is looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, you will have the option to sell it, dismantle it for crafting materials, or restore it with the potential cost of crafting materials and credits to make it your own. So this is when you'll be able to steal somebody's weapon, and yes, at some point it'll be bricked, but you can still keep it and then eventually figure out how to make that weapon work again or dismantle it and get the crafting materials from it. So even more. So that's what I'm looking for, and I hope CIG does more of this with the game, where they just give us the function, make it basic gaming stuff, right? Like magic, behind the scenes, and we will play with that until you figure out the ways to make it realistic and make that work. And I hope CIG does more of this, because it is my favorite thing that they do, when they actually are like, okay, this is a video game. Let's actually just give them the functionality, the basic, bull crap, no, we don't know how it works yet, functionality, and let them play with it. And then once we figure out how to make it work behind the scenes and make it look realistic and balance it out, then we'll add that in. That's what I love to see. So what do you guys think about that? I think it's really cool. It's now one of my most, I wasn't really looking forward to 4.1. I didn't really care about 4.1 until I saw this. So I was pretty glad to see that. Yeah, so this is, I thought this was really cool. What do you guys think though? I have a video that's going to be coming out probably tonight, talking about the components, power signatures. I kind of went over everything with components, power and signatures. So that'll be coming out sometime tonight. I was going to release it tomorrow, but I think it might make more sense to just put it out as soon as it's ready. Yeah, because I think that'll be really cool. It's going to be like an hour and a half of me talking about all that stuff now that they actually have confirmed what these things will do. So I am very happy about that. But what do you guys think about that? What's up, Darsh? What's up, Leon? What is that? Let's see. The only thing working harder than my Hornet is my coffee maker. I believe on SEL they said vehicle LTI tokens for Stella Fortuna. There will be a free vehicle LTI token for Stella Fortuna. What do you mean by that? I dig it, and so far in PTU the inability to loot others' kit hasn't been a negative for my playstyle. Okay, that's what's up. Nice to see a person praising this instead of slamming it. Yeah, I think that's the most common thing I hear in my channel is that I'm praising things while other people are slamming it. I'm going to rename the channel Praising Instead of Slamming. There you go. That's the secondary name for the channel. Yeah. Yeah, Leon. The thing about me is, like, I will play the game, I'll wait for all of the things, but if I can't get into the game, or if I am constantly trying to complete a mission and it doesn't work, I'll just chop it up as I'm not meant to do this thing. I have other things to do. I get FOMO, but I don't get FOMO to the extent that I will waste hours and hours and hours and hours trying to ensure that I don't miss out. I have about a 3-hour maximum of trying to do things, and if they don't work, then I'm out of here. So we'll see. Oh, you said wonder if there will be a free vehicle LTI token for Stella Fortuna. Oh, I'm just hoping that we get a prospector, we get some prospector, a prospector CCU, because I have so many ships waiting on a prospector CCU, it's not even funny. I'm also hoping for a new ship this month, because I need another heavy fighter. Because I might just keep it and just wait for the balancing, because right now everything else that I want to upgrade it to doesn't make sense. Like the Paladin is the only thing that right now makes sense to upgrade it to. But then I feel like, I mean, maybe the glaive, but I want to. I mean, the glaive would be very far in the future. I would wait to see what the glaive turned into. Um, but that's the only. Those are the only two that I can think of that I would actually like purchase. Uh, and I really don't want to do that. But yeah, yeah, I think that prospector upgrade. Yeah, it's really big. But yeah, so for me, I think these changes as far as the looting are huge because I get it. We can all just go back and pick up our stuff. Um, I think what I think happens is when the game works properly and you can re-enter the game and then you can get to your destination wherever you were that you died, and then you can pick up your stuff and everything works properly, it's not that bad. But when you drop your stuff and it's like this really cool gear that you finally decided to take out, and then you die, which is fine, and then you try to get back to that place and then the game glitches, it does something extra. It bothers you, I think, a little bit more because you're just trying to get back to get your stuff. So when the game's a little bit more stable, I think that dynamic can come back. Um, but I just don't, I don't think that it's ready for the big time yet, and that's my big thing. Hold on one second. So there's a thing. Let me see here. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Huh. It always says my bit rate is too high for my stream bit rate is too high when I'm on Twitch. So I don't know what that means. Oh, thank you, Leon. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Always appreciated. Never required, as they say on info runners. I haven't talked to those guys in a while. I gotta stop back in. It's been a very busy few months. I had a child in the last year. Child's 10 months now, but like still like obviously busyness. And then of course I started back up work. I was on parental leave for a very long time, which is why you guys saw me making like 25 videos a day. Um, and yeah, so I'm back to work. Once the school year is over, I'll be out of work again, and then that's when I'm actually focusing on getting the org started, putting some real work into the org. I'm also writing a book, which not trying to sell anything here. I'm just saying I'm writing a book. So that's there's so many things that I have going on right now that like this is part of the reason why I don't have as much time to play as I would like. Um, but yeah, I think I am so hyped for Star Citizen and what it is becoming and how playable it's becoming. Right? Obviously, can't play it right now, not me, but like I love the direction that we're headed in. All right, I have one more, or actually, I know I have a few more things that I wanted to talk about. What's up, Citizen Ninja? All right, I got one more thing. Hold on, let me pull it up. Super hyped about that item recovery stuff, though. So I'm gonna take a look at the monthly report too. But first, let's do the subscriber stuff. The subscriber stuff and the jump point stuff. So Here we go. All right, so subscriber stuff. It looks like you get this T-shirt. You get this T-shirt with the whole big winner thing on there. This reminds me, I would really only want this. I mean, I got one because I'm a subscriber, but I really only like this because it reminds me of the Generation X, if you ever watched WWE. Well, back then it was WWF, but World Wildlife Foundation got upset for no reason because nobody was confusing those two things. Like, nobody was looking up WWF and been like, World Wildlife Foundation? Like, oh my goodness, I'm so confused. Like, nobody. Anyway. WWE, Generation X was a huge moment in time if you watched that. It was really fun. And then this one you get for Centurion, which is like a chair made of like, what is this? What is this? A repurposed hazardous cargo box. So I'm assuming there's no actual fuel or anything in there. And it's got the X on it. And then you can get this like outfit if you're kind of into this thing. I kind of like the skull thing, the Lucky Break dead helmet and all that, and then you get the full Carnifex armor thing. I kind of like it. It's different. It's not my style. Like, I don't think I would ever wear it, which is why I'm not gonna get it. But I definitely get why people would like this. I definitely like it, but it's not for me, if that makes any sense. And then you could just get the whole pack, which I think comes with it says 2 special edition weapons and armor set. Yeah. So you get the whole thing if you just buy the pack. So this t-shirt is $2, the chair is $4, and then the Carnifex armor is $11.50. And then the whole thing together, which I think you get 2 chairs. Let me see. So you get, I don't think you get, oh no, you only get 1 chair. You get the armor, the C-54 Luckbringer, you get the Luckbringer pistol, the LH-86, you get the tankard, you get the other tankard. There's 2 tankard, the Lux Favor and the Temp Fate, and then you get the Big Wonder t-shirt and then the cargo chair. So I wish it had 2 chairs. I would probably get it if it had 2 chairs. But I mean, for 25 bucks, if you're into stuff, I mean, I might get this because I know I'm not going to like participate in the like what's happening right now with the event. So I might end up getting something like this just to kind of like fill the void. But I already got, so like I already have actually I don't need the second chair because I already have one, right? So yeah, I already have, I think, half of this stuff. So maybe I won't get it. I don't know. Yeah, and then the vehicles for the month are the Storm and the Storm AA, which are, you know, they don't have their full utility yet because these are supposed to be able to climb over rocks and stuff, and I don't think they can do that yet. Of course, you can get those with some insurance, and that's it for that. But there's one other thing I wanted to look at. But what do you guys think about this month's stuff? I like when they do armors. I like when they do weapons. I think they're leaning a little bit too heavily into the decor stuff. I'd rather them do like the armor, like the weapon you get for subscribing, the armor you get for being a second, like a higher level subscriber, and then the shirt and the decor stuff is the stuff that you buy. I'd rather them do it that way, but I know why they don't do it that way. They save the cool stuff to make you spend the money. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want decor to become the de facto thing that we get from from being subscribers. But at the same time, there might be some people who argue that you get some like pay to win thing if you're getting armors and weapons from being a subscriber. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to argue that right now. I don't have the time for it. But I also I opened up the jump point, and it wasn't like one of my favorite jump points. I'll put it up here. It was, so this one was about the Misfortune, the Hornet, the Stanton system attacks, and then Supply or Die. So some pretty cool pictures of like the way that they were considering doing the Misfortune and what they ended up going with. Pretty pretty cool stuff in here. I still wish that the Misfortune waited a little bit, but the reason I think that these were necessary is because I think there are people that are, new to the team, and I think these were like, I can't confirm this, but from what I heard from Algorid at CitizenCon when he was talking to people and he was asking them, what were like I missed this particular meeting. I was actually trying to meet up with the info runners that day, and the guy at the door told me I couldn't come in, but then he like let a bunch of other people in, and I was like, is it, I don't know, like what is it my hair or something? I don't know what it was, but it was very weird. And yeah, that's where Execute and Algorithm were at, and I couldn't get in, so that's when they were asking all the developers, what are you doing and stuff like that. And basically, Algorithm asked a bunch of people like, hey, what was your onboarding task and stuff like that. And they were all saying like which ship was their onboarding task. And I think that's what this was. I can't confirm it, but that's what I would assume just from what we know about CIG so far. An onboarding task is like, you're new here, you need to learn how to, build a ship. So here's a ship that doesn't require a whole lot of effort, just so you can learn how to work for CIG, basically. And that's what this kind of looked like. I'm really happy with what they ended up doing with it. Again, though, the Vulture is the slightly better ship, but I'm glad that they're giving us options. I just wish this would have waited until we had something, like we still don't have that medium salvage ship, and I would have rather they worked on a medium salvage ship instead. Because there's other ships that like why not, instead of having them work on this, have them work on a mole, right? And convert the mole into a salvage ship of some sort, right? That would have made more sense to me as an onboarding task. But again, I don't know. They have more information than I do, so, I'll let CIG figure out what they're going to do. Then the Hornet stuff, right? So all the F7C Mark IIs lined up here in a row. Really cool picture. I like this here. Again, I don't really need I thought I would need it. I don't need it. If you remember my last few streams, I was like, oh my God, I'm so hyped for the Heartseeker. And then it came and I was like, oh, I really should just take that Heartseeker upgrade and apply it to my F7A, and then I don't need the actual ship, the Super Hornet. I don't actually need that. But I had already bought it. I bought it because I was like, oh, it'll probably be balanced right. So I don't know. It's sitting in my fleet. It's probably not going to stay there. We'll see if they balance it with 4.1 or something, and maybe make it do something a little different or change the numbers a little bit. But I'm not thinking that that's going to happen. This is really cool. So now that all of the ships are out, you can kind of look at these and see like what they all mean. I noticed that the Wildfire is missing. So, and the Heartseeker's not on here, obviously. But yeah, so I don't like the ignoring of the Wildfire. I know it was a Mark I thing, and I know that Mark II technically doesn't deserve one, but imagine being a Wildfire lover, like that's your favorite Hornet, and then every other ship gets a Mark II except that one. Like, I get it. The purpose of the Mark I Wildfire was because it was like some person actually flew that, and that's what made it important and all that. I get that. But like, you can still do a Mark II. It's a video game. Like, that's what I get it, the lore, but you can still do a Mark II Wildfire for the fans of the Wildfire. Cause like, or you can just upgrade the original Wildfire, give it something special to where people will still use it, and then you don't need a Mark II. Just saying. All right, and then there's all this. This is the thing that reveals, if you hadn't already figured it out, that the Frontier Fighters are the ones that kind of did the terrorist attack to kind of Yeah, and then here's the whole story for it, which is hilarious because the funniest thing about this is people kept asking me like, which team are you going to go for? And I was like, oh, I'll do the Frontier Fighters. They seem like somewhere in between the Headhunters being crazy and the Citizens for Prosperity being a little bit too goody two shoe for my liking. And then it turns out that they are the terrorist of it. And I'm like, oh, I need to do better with picking my groups. Obviously, I need to do better. So now you can no longer choose Frontier Fighters, and you either are Headhunters or Citizens for Prosperity. I think I'll probably be Headhunters if I get into this at all. But yeah. I'm mad I missed it, but at the same time, I don't think I missed a whole lot because a lot of people weren't able to finish it, even though they gave the extra month for it. I'm past the point of wanting to do it because I think I tried too much, and now I'm a little. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, if I miss it, I miss it. My FOMO has reached its expiration date. But yeah, pretty decent jump point. It was a lot of stuff. One of the things I like about Jump Point is that it gives you small details about stuff that you might not otherwise pay attention to. You said, guess when Ironclad will come out. Ironclad, it said 12 to 18 months for all this stuff, right? So at CitizenCon, they said 12 to 18 months for everything that they had put up. So it can come anytime. But what I would say, oh man, I think I talked about this before. I think the Perseus would make sense for either, I think it makes most sense to be released in May, but I don't know how difficult it is to make the Perseus or how long they've been working on it. So, but it would make the most sense for that to be Invictus launch week. That would be the big draw to Invictus launch week. And then I think the Pioneer makes more sense for next IAE, so they can do like a whole theme around it. But the Ironclad is weird because Invictus wouldn't make as much sense unless they focused on the Ironclad Assault, which is more of a, I guess, the Ironclad is more of a fighting ship, right? So I'm thinking that the Ironclad will come at CitizenCon, so October. That makes the most sense to me. Perseus at Invictus, then Ironclad at CitizenCon, and then IAE we get Pioneer. And I think that schedule seems to make sense to me, but they might just give us an update on the Ironclad and talk about how close it is, and then release that at CitizenCon, or not release it at CitizenCon, release it at IAE, or even in December as kind of our like final present for the year or something like that. Or they could flip that with the Pioneer and do the Pioneer last. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to figure out when the next of these come. So yeah, the DrakeCon, yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking, I don't think it'll be ready for Invictus. I would be shocked if it came out by Invictus. The Perseus would make the most sense, but again, big ship. However, they have had a few months to work on it. So if the primary ship team has been working as hard as I believe they would have been working, then I'm thinking that they'll be able to pull it off. So we'll see. Paladin for Invictus. Paladin would be a nice consolation prize if they can't get the Perseus done. If they can't get the Perseus done and they were able to get the Paladin done, I would be okay with that. The Paladin uses a lot of the resources from the Valkyrie. So it's very possible that they can get the Paladin done by Invictus. However, again, I would only accept that as a consolation prize for not getting our Perseus. I prefer the Perseus to be done by Invictus. I think they can get it done. I think they can get it done. I think they can get the Perseus. If not, at the very least, they can announce like a launch date for it. Like they could say, the Perseus is not done yet, but it'll be done by the next patch. Like whatever the next patch is from Invictus, they could say the Perseus is coming with, maybe they're in 4.3 by then or something, and they'll say it'll be coming in 4.4 or something like that. That's what I could think of. But the Paladin's going to change the game a lot. There's going to be millions of Paladins out there. I think that's one of the biggest ship releases in the last year. That's just huge. What's up? Well, we got a few other people in here I didn't see. What's up, big boy? What's up? It's just me. What's up? And who else we got? Who we got over here? What's up, Dark Star? What's up? Oh no, never mind. That is okay. Yeah, I think we got everybody. Shout out to the dual streamers. I appreciate you. Make sure you are dual streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, so you qualify for our prizes on both. Different prizes on both. We'll announce who won last year's. We'll announce who won last month's at the beginning of what's it called? Stella Fortuna. Crazy. This time last year, I was considering whether to buy the Emerald Phoenix pack, and now I have one, and it has LTI on it. It's a beautiful time. So now this Stella Fortuna, I can just see what skins I want, you know, because I think I missed out on a lot of the skins last year because I was like focusing all my money on trying to get the ships. Let's see. Have you looked at the new Kruger fighter concepts? I have looked at the Kruger fighter concepts. They are awesome. I think there was one in there that kind of reminded me too much of the Cutlass, but it looked like a smooth version of the Cutlass, like with less breaks and right angles. And that's the only one I didn't like, so I hope they don't pick that one. But every other version that I looked at, you know, they had them A, B, C, D, and E. I think I liked A the most, and then like I liked A, D, and I mean I liked all of them. I liked all of them except the one that reminded me of the Cutlass, which I think was like C or something like that. You just want your Galaxy? I think it's going to be a while before you get that Galaxy. I think it's going to be a while. All right. There was one more thing I wanted to do, and that was go over the monthly report. So let's do this. Here. Let's make it bigger for you here. All right. So here's your monthly report here. I'm not gonna like go through all of it. I'm just kind of looking through and seeing if there was anything that like pops out for me. You guys let me know if something pops out to you. Oh, and there was a thing that wasn't on here that I found out a while back, and it was about Tony Z. I think Tony Z has moved to like tech director emeritus or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was like he's still involved with the project, but he's not like I don't know. He's got like some questionable thing. He's got like some questionable thing for like his position at CIG, which is interesting. Because it's interesting because Tony Z is the reason why I got into Star Citizen, and I just haven't heard from him since like 2021, I believe. I think it's 2021, so it's like 4 years, right? And so I was starting to get worried, like, is he still involved? Is his thing still happening? But then they didn't do anything with it at CitizenCon, and I was like, yo, are we gonna? But it's like everything's been renamed and everything. So I think that was kind of the coming out party for Star Citizen. Like, all right, you guys didn't think we had a game. Here's our game, right? So this next one is let's dive deeper. Now we don't have to like announce new things. We've kind of already told you what everything is. Let's show you our progress and how we're actually going to make this a game moving forward. So yeah, that was just another thing. But yeah, let's I don't know. What do you guys think about Tony Z's position? I heard things that I won't repeat about what's happening, but yeah, what do you guys think it is? Because Tony Z was kind of the reason I came to the game. So I found other reasons to stay, obviously, but yeah. Like all this stuff I'm looking at is very cool. It's just not stuff that it's not stuff that I'm like kicking and screaming for, if that makes sense. Okay, new creature coming. Starware. Red Festival, Envelop the Verse, Misfortune. I think what I'm gonna start doing is trying to win these contests. I'll start trying to win some of these contests because if I win, if I was able to win some of these contests, it'll allow me to give away more ships because I'll just take one of my ships and like give it away, and then I will keep whatever this ship is, or I'll give away the ship that I win. So yeah, I really got to put some effort into that. Um, Coromore, of course. Hornet loadout guide. Oh yeah, the Bar Citizen World Tour. I had something to say about that. There is one in Toronto on June 7th. I will try to make that one. I haven't been to any Bar Citizens. I just went to CitizenCon. Every Bar Citizen that I've attempted to go to, I either missed it because I couldn't find it, or I something else came up and I couldn't go. So I'm gonna really try my best to make it to the June 7th Bar Citizen in Toronto. So if you want to see me in person, plan on going there. And that will probably be the last time I do a Star Citizen event until CitizenCon, which I will be at CitizenCon. So be prepared. I don't know where it's going to be at yet, but I should know by the time the World Tour hits, so that'll be fun. All right, here we go. Let's see what they're doing here. Minor misfires, rapid fire for FPS, overheat animations, panels to the engineering screen to show critical information when items are selected. I like that. Progress was made on base building, with the devs identifying and fixing various bugs, particularly in the client server overflow. Validation for buildings placed on land claims began, and localization strings were implemented. I don't know what a localization string. I'm sure somebody can tell me that. Crafting, use of blueprints, variable material quality, crafting, timers, and resource-dependent item stats. Okay, they are working on it. That's what I like to hear. Okay. Transit system is becoming the transport system. They have a strike team on it. I love these words that they're using. Core gameplay team is investigating poor performance in Pyro. That's probably for the best. One thing I will log on and do is get in a ship and jump to Pyro. I still haven't done that. I don't know why. It doesn't take that much time to do that. I need to get in and do that. Let's see. Improving IFCS. Extra G forces. Tons of bug fixes I'm seeing here, which is good. Radar and scanning is getting looked at. Let's see. Nope. Okay, here we go. R&D has normally got some good stuff in it. Oh, that thing that I can. Ground fog. Okay. Social universe feature shown at CitizenCon. They're working on it finally. We need to get that in the game ASAP. I feel like that's some of the easiest stuff to get in the game. Not that it's easy to do, but easiest things to like implement into the game because it's just like how we talk to each other. So I hope we get that sooner rather than later. Okay, improved explosions and stuff like that. I like it. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all the stuff I wanted to talk about. I think I didn't see anything that really jumped out from that. Just stuff that was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I don't think there was anything else that I saw. I think I looked at the dev tracker. Yogi was in the chat talking about G forces and clarifying a few things. There's some FPS mining updates and stuff. I haven't done a whole lot of FPS mining, to be completely honest. I've done some just to kind of figure out how it works and stuff, but I'm looking forward to doing it once they've all fleshed it out. So let me read this and see what they're actually changing. Oh, they're asking questions. So if you have a lot of opinions on ground vehicles and FPS mining, go in and check that out. All right, that's enough of that. I do have a video coming out about components, power, and signatures. It's going to be about an hour and a half, so go check that out after this. Well, if it comes out tonight, because it might take a long time to upload. And if I'm still awake, I will upload it. And yeah. I was gonna do it live, but you know what I think? I will do it live, so I'll commit to that. I will go and do the that live, but I'll make sure I'm already in the ship and like prepped to actually do the jump when I go live, so that I'll just be sitting there and then I'll go live, I'll do the jump, probably fail at it, and then that'll be the whole stream. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for me. All right. I think there's some. Did I see a question in there? I want AI crewmates. They don't have to function or do anything. I just don't want to feel so lonely. I love it. When are we going to find out about the Prowler secret? What Prowler secret? I don't know what you're talking about. Extra G-forces, G-force effects. Oh, rip my use of the Guardian. Question: do you ever just jump into Arena Commander when you don't have enough time to get into the PU and need your SC fix? Fun fact about Billionaire, right? I do not have access to the Caterpillar Pirate Edition, and I do not have access to the Glaive because I have not completed the modes necessary to get those things. So that is what I will be doing when I do hop in. It'll mostly be to hop in and try to, go the full 10 rounds. I've been getting blown up a lot. It was much easier to do it like a year and a half ago than it is now. But yeah, I got to get in there so I can earn my ability to purchase all the things. Because what happens is, it's really weird when I'm reviewing ships and then it's like, oh, you can't purchase that because you didn't complete the thing. And I'm like, oh, I should probably go do that. So, yeah. So I have a reason to get back in there. The C2? The C2 might be on sale. The C2 goes on sale a lot. Essential Asa? Yeah, the C2 goes on sale a lot. So don't worry. It'll be on sale soon. Yeah, when I next time I hop on, I'll definitely reach out and see if folks are on. Yeah, cuz I didn't know how much they improved it. I hopped in and got destroyed. I don't even think I made it past round 1. Well, obviously, I had 3 lives. I could have made it past round 1, but if you lose a life on round 1, you're probably not doing it right. Supply or die. Yeah, that actually is pretty interesting that they don't have a bunch of supply ships like ready to go for this. You would think that they would. Yeah, we'll do Pirate Swarm, Vandal Swarm. We'll do all of that stuff. I am going to find a day. I'm going to find a day. It'll probably be, we'll see. We'll see what day it is because I think my last day of work is Wednesday and then there's like summer break or not summer break, spring break. And then I should have a bunch of extra time, assuming I've finished grading a bunch of papers and stuff. So we'll see. What's up, Wastelanders? What's up, 10? Oh wait, I think I already said hi, but whatever. That's fine. What's up, Mary? All right, we are coming up on an hour, so get those last questions in. If you have any, make sure you put question in front of the question. Make sure you like or dislike these videos. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. Make sure you're dual streaming and leaving some comments. I know there's a few lurkers out there. Make sure you're leaving comments so that you qualify for the giveaways. Just leave 2 comments like a few minutes in between and you will qualify. So no worries there. And again, we're going to announce our prize. I'll have to go back and look to see what the prizes even were. I'm pretty sure it was like, was it an Intrepid and a C8? I don't remember. I think it was an Intrepid and a C8 we were giving away. No, it was a Ballista and a C8. That's what we were giving away. All right, let's find somebody to raid as well before we hop off the stream. Let's see. Who shall we raid? We shall raid. Here, we'll probably raid 000. Yeah. That's good enough. Yep. All right. What question you guys got? And then we will hop off of this thing here. Um, am I doing this right? I always do this wrong, I feel like. Ah, I did do it right. All right. C. How long are you going to wait until you buy the new RSI Heavy Fighter? I don't know what it is. What's the RSI Heavy Fighter? I don't know what that is. Am I missing something? I feel like maybe I am missing something. What's the new RSI Heavy Fighter? It looks like a mantis. Is it announced yet or is it leaked? Because if it's leaked, I don't know about it. Well, I'll look that up after, and I'll let you all know next stream. Anyway, I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody for sticking with me. I'll see you later. Let's raid. What's up, heretic?